According to records, Jerry Harris of the Netflix series Cheer and Julie Chrisley of Chrisley Knows Best are both incarcerated in the same federal prison in Kentucky. The couple from Chrisley Knows Best, who are presently serving time for tax cheating, will be released early from prison. They are not the only reality TV stars who have received a reduced term. Additionally, an ex-cheer coach who rose to celebrity throughout the globe for a Netflix documentary series will be released from prison early. Here's what we know about Jerry Harris of Cheer, Julie and Todd Chrisley, and other celebrities whose prison sentences have been lowered. Chrisley Knows Best stars Julie and Todd Chrisley are serving prison sentences for tax evasion. Todd and Julie Chrisley started serving prison terms for bank fraud about a year ago. However, each person's prison sentence has been somewhat shortened rather than being the full 7 or 12-year punishment. The Chrisleys, who presented themselves as real estate magnates, rose to fame on the USA Network with their reality show Chrisley Knows Best, which chronicled their opulent lifestyle in Atlanta and Nashville, as well as their close-knit, lively family. By its 7th season, the show had garnered over 2 million viewers, and it served as the model for spin-offs including Growing Up Chrisley and According to Chrisley. In January 2023, the Chrisleys exchanged their opulent way of life for a prison sentence. The reality TV couple, according to the prosecution, was motivated by greed when they carried out a complex bank fraud operation and subsequently concealed their wealth from tax officials. According to the prison's website, Julie Chrisley, 50, is spending her time at the Federal Medical Center in Lexington, Kentucky, which is an administrative security federal medical center with an adjacent minimum security satellite camp. Julie Chrisley's date of release from jail is September 4, 2028, based on a search of Federal Bureau of Prisons records. There was a 15-month reduction in her sentence. At FPC Pensacola, her husband Todd Chrisley, 55, is incarcerated. The facility's website refers to it as a minimum security federal prison camp. Todd Chrisley is scheduled for parole on December 8, 2032, according to a Federal Bureau of Prisons check. Jerry Harris, an Illinois native from Naperville, rose to popularity in 2020 thanks to the Netflix documentary Cheer. The competitive cheering instructor appeared on The Ellen DeGeneres Show and went to the Oscar party hosted by Vanity Fair in the same year. Harris was accused by police of creating child pornography in September 2020. Federal court records, as reported by USA Today, reveal Harris acknowledged that he paid a 17-year-old money in exchange for nude photos, had sex with a 15-year-old boy at a cheerleading competition in 2019, and asked for and received explicit messages on Snapchat from at least 10 to 15 people he knew were minors. With his conviction, Harris experienced a precipitous decline from the stardom he formerly held when he starred in Cheer. His arrest in September 2020 forced the world of competitive cheerleading to take notice, driving other cheerleaders to come forward with their own abuse stories and putting pressure on the organization that oversees the sport to enact changes. The popular Netflix series' 2nd season focused on Harris's demise. In February 2022, Harris entered a guilty plea to charges of possessing child pornography and planning to have sex with a minor while abroad. According to the Department of Justice, Harris, who was 22 at the time, entered a guilty plea to 1 count of receiving child pornography and 1 count of traveling with the intention of engaging in illegal sexual activity. While the travel offense has a possible term of 30 years in jail, the child pornography charge involves a mandatory minimum sentence of 5 years and a maximum sentence of 20 years. According to a Department of Justice announcement, Harris regularly asked a 17-year-old kid in 2020 for sexually explicit photos and videos, which is what led to the child pornography indictment. In a plea deal, Harris acknowledged that the youngster sent him the pictures and videos of himself in return for $2,000. In the plea deal, Harris also acknowledged that he asked 2 additional young boys for and received more child pornography, and that he tried to get one of them to have intercourse. According to the DOJ, Harris was charged with travel expenses because she traveled to Orlando in 2019 from Dallas, Texas, to have sex with a 15-year-old child. In the plea deal, Harris acknowledged that he had told the kid to meet him in a public restroom where Harris had raped him. Harris was given a 12-year federal prison term in July 2022 for enticing kids to have sex with him and coercing young boys into sending him pictures and videos of themselves in their underwear.